Welcome to another Sunday night with those guys. And I'm in the middle of setting up everything, so just bear with me. What's up, Phantom Flight?
What's
How,
up?
how are you, bro?
I'm alright.
Well, for me, I had kind of a messed up week. So,
Bear
um,
with me. What's up, Phantom Flight?
hold on, this is commercial. I got to mute.
What's up?
Sorry about that. Now you can hear me in real time?
Who, me?
Okay.
Yeah.
You got your windows and everything set up? What's up, old guy in a drone? Afternoon, buddy. How are you? Welcome to Sunday nights with those guys. I'm sorry. I missed you guys last week. Where's Paul? Um, Excuse me. Give me a second. I have to start sending out invites. Okay.
Okay.
One to Val, one to Paul.
You got to give me a second to come right back. I got to.
Okay. All right. Well, just bear with me, guys. I wasn't here last weekend because I had to work. So, right now, while I'm talking to you, I'm sending out invites to the usual people that come in here and hang out at Sunday nights with those guys. I can't see the chat room right now, but just bear with me a little bit. Like I said, unfortunately, last weekend I had to work. I had kind of double scheduled myself. Um, Justin, oh yeah, I got to remember his name too. And what's messed up about it is I really wanted to do the show, but in the same sense, Phantom Flight 101 also got a chance to host the show himself because we're getting ready to start a second show. What's up, Jay Santiago, Al Diaz, Exploration Obsessed? Good afternoon, old guy in a drone, and whoever else may be lurking outside. It's Sunday nights with those guys, and I must admit, tonight is one of those days I am not prepared. I was actually
I
making
am
a
back.
okay, good, welcome back. I'm actually making a drink to have
Uh-huh.
something to drink to keep from getting dry mouth when you're talking, and I put it in the freezer. What's up, Palladian Scientist? You're a full builder. Welcome, dude. And what happened was I put it in the freezer, I closed the door, and when I turned around to walk away, I heard splash. But anyway, the show has started. Um, what's going on? How are you, Phantom Flight, and everybody else out there? How was
I'm
your
good. How
weekend?
you doing?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. I was explaining that I missed last weekend because I had to work. It's for the Jewish holiday Passover and stuff. A lot
Okay.
of my boss's clients are Jewish, and he has a cleaning business, so we were cleaning houses in the states and stuff like that. But it was good money. It was a good little bit of money. I got to buy a new bird with some of the change.
Why don't you tell the truth? You didn't want to come on.
No, not true. What's up, Orlando? How are you, bro? No, it. You know what? I actually did pop into the show, and I was listening on my phone while I was sitting in the car waiting to come home,
Uh-huh.
and I did send out those links to Val and anyone else who wanted to join. Paul Murray, you got an email waiting for you. You can join in whenever you want, bro.
Hey,
But
Paul, what's up?
I didn't see it. It was at the top of the chat room. I didn't see it until last minute.
Yeah, me either. You know what? I still have a problem with here.
What's that?
By having this Hangout screen up and shrinking it down, even though it's in the real time.
Yes. What's up, Drone Effects with Claude? Welcome.
How you doing? How you doing,
You,
Claude?
see, I'm going to tell you something.
Yes.
If you go to OBS and we use Skype, we don't have to worry about that baloney no more.
Okay, here we go. Well, not everybody has Skype, but anyway.
This is true too. This is true. Al Diaz, what borough is those guys from? I'm from Queens,
And I'm from
NYC.
Brooklyn.
Right. What's up, Michael McReynolds? And being from Queens, I actually, if you Google Map, hey, there's Paul coming in. If you Google Map, um, JFK International Airport or John Fitzgerald JFK International Airport, and you look south of it, about 3 miles is a peninsula, and then there's nothing but Atlantic Ocean. I live
How you
on
doing,
that
Paul?
peninsula.
Hey, good afternoon, fellas.
What's up,
All
Paul?
right.
And welcome.
Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to be with you guys because I
How
admire
you
you.
doing,
I
Mike?
admire everybody on this channel because you guys are out there doing that urban flying that only the rest of us timid people we only wish we could do.
Well,
Well, you know
Paul,
what, Paul? I want to fly where you fly at.
that's true. That's true.
I'd
But Paul,
love to get some of those ships.
also,
You're,
Paul, I have to
yeah.
say, the checks in the mail, you came into the show, you said everything on cue, just the way we paid you to do.
Well,
That's
you know, it's all about supporting each other, and you guys are fantastic. You guys tell it like it is, and you shoot from the hip, and I appreciate that.
well, it's thank I appreciate it too, but you know what it's more about? It's about letting people know that us urban flyers are no different from you guys who fly in the country or wherever else you fly, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
We all are bound by the same rules, regulations, and the desire to actually fly safe. But what we don't like, and I'm sure you guys the same way, is every once in a while you get somebody that's going to come up and tell you what you should and shouldn't be doing. And if you ask them, you say, "Are you a flyer?" Well, no, but
No.
I heard it. I heard it.
That's just like you have the people that tell you how to raise your children and they don't have children, but
Well,
they
Yep,
that's
have
the drone
but
police.
they have animals.
yep, exactly. Hello,
UFO
Claude.
Those are deputy drone police.
later UFOs. Thanks for popping in. We appreciate it. You pop in for 10 seconds, say hello. We appreciate every little bit of it, whether you're here from the beginning or
Yep,
you watch the live stream after the show too, because I
yep.
actually get a chance to do that after the show when I finish talking with whoever's on the panel. Usually while I'm eating dinner, I watch the show.
Sure, sure.
Hey, Mike, hello. How you doing?
And if you're gonna pop in, like the channel, please. These guys work awful hard at this. You know, just give them a thumbs up.
Much appreciated. Yes, yes. And if you don't already have each other, support each other's channels. Still early, and it's 5:07 Sunday nights with those guys. Those of you who don't know, you say, "Damn, Paul is on every live stream out there." Well, Paul is also a member of those guys. He's one of those guys. So he has
Yep.
full rights to come in here and pop in anytime he wants, you know. Drone effects, Claude says, stuck in Texas and no drones. Dude. Rule
When you
number
say
one.
no drones, you don't have a
Rule,
drone with you?
yeah. Please don't forget to smash that like. Thank you, Michael. Also, a lot of people don't notice, Paul, about live streaming. In order to be in that recommended list up high amongst your friends and
Yep.
randomly with people, the chat room has to keep going.
Yep.
People constantly have to keep going,
Yep.
and we appreciate every little bit that you guys put in. But
Exactly.
how
And the other thing too is you do an excellent job of keeping an eye on that, Lawrence, too, because you know, so many other places you go and chat. I know Canadian Drone Hub, Roger's watching it all the time. You guys watch it all the time. And
Oh,
you
shoot,
respond.
Roger.
You respond to those people.
Thank you for letting me know. I forgot to send Roger an invite
Well,
in
you know
case
what,
he.
Paul? Half the time I can't even see it, and I can't find my glasses. So
Yes, yes.
That's okay. You got enough people covering your back, my friend.
How was
So
your week? How was your week, Paul?
my week wasn't too bad. It rained here just about all week long. Today's the first nice day, and I went out at about 8 o'clock this morning. Got another ship, beautiful blue skies and beautiful ship, and I went on Canadian Drone Hub because today is Kim's birthday.
Right.
Where am I?
I was hoping that he would pop in, and so I could wish him
Wow.
a happy birthday.
hey,
I'm lost. Is this Canadian Drone Hub? I see Paul. I just
Hey,
got
Val.
I didn't even know you wanted me on. I hope you do. I can leave if you don't.
how you doing, Val?
Hey, Herman.
How
Hey,
you doing?
Val, how are you?
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. What's up? And for those of you who didn't know and wonder how Val just popped on here, well, she's not one of those guys. She's one of those gals. She's the Thank you so much, Orlando, for a super
Orlando, how you doing? Thank you.
Orlando
Oh,
super
another
chat.
Orlando.
Much love to you, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, how was your week, Val? We were just discussing. Paul was just saying how his week was. I heard you were driving and streaming at the same time. I
Wait,
hope that phone was
Me?
attached to something.
we were just discussing.
Val, that's toward you, Val, not me.
Now, I think that's towards you, because I would never drive and stream together.
Thank you so much, Val, for making that so clear. For those of you who told that nasty lie, it never happened.
Yeah,
Uh,
guys, don't lie.
Okay.
Shame on you. Thank you
Val,
again, Orlando, for the super chat.
Val, where's your signature glasses? You know, the red glasses, or
Well, I didn't know it's coming on. I just saw this thing and I clicked it. Next thing you know, here I am. I'll go get them. I'll be back.
okay.
Okay, all right, all right.
I wish I had mine.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'll let you guys in a little secret. Philly Drone Life's been doing a fantastic job live streaming using that DU recorder.
Mhm.
Yes, yes.
And when you give him a donation, it goes ka-ching, 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 and
I
it
saw.
constantly streams what people gave. So I thought I was going to be a smart aleck, and so I go on there to do a donation. So I put in $20, and you type in whatever name you want to type in.
Right.
So I typed in Roxy from Canadian Drone Hub. So I put in $20, hit the button. It goes and hits my account. I didn't erase the first zero, so I donated $200.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Are you serious?
And Michael just about had a heart attack on live.
Oh wow, wow. Yeah, and he's a great guy. And
Oh yeah.
Phantom Flight Val, thank you so much, dear, for
Hey,
super.
you're welcome.
Thank you for
You did
support.
say to be on here, I had to pay you, right? Did I understand that correctly?
No, stop. Stop that.
Val will even validate your return ticket after you leave. Okay.
Yes. We're gonna
And your
have to do
parking.
that.
You have parking.
Yes,
Yay!
that's true. You do have validated parking. You can come into our show anytime. You know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And if I forget, like I forgot to send Roger's link, if I forget, you just hit me in the chat. What am I, chopped liver?
Yeah.
know,
There you
Okay.
go.
you have no problem coming in here and joining us. But thank you so much. And getting back to Philly Drone Life, we are actually trying to plan something. We can't say what it is, but we're trying to plan something involving Philly
Great.
Drone Life. The
Great.
problem is he's so busy
Right.
and he doesn't answer his emails.
Right.
So, like right now, you may not see him for a day and a half, and then he'll stream for 2 days straight with no sleep.
Nice, Claude.
He was
Oh
on
my
earlier.
Emma,
Yeah.
Drone Effects says Emma is at $627 right now. If at Val's Life, I don't know what that means, but I just figured I'd repeat it anyway.
There's this gal who Claude knows that's narrow. She does this boat thing, and he's trying to raise enough money to get her spark and maybe a bike. So he's up to 627. So that's
Okay.
letting us know right now. So Emma Narrowboat Girl is at 627.
Okay. That's
Hey,
good
Michael
promoting.
Reynolds. Hey, how you doing, my dear? I love your little bunny rabbits. So what did you guys do for Easter this year? Did you do anything?
Well, actually, I didn't get any sleep before the show. I was supposed to. Usually I like to take a nap, but I made a brisket. In fact, I have to go check it. I made a brisket from a recipe of a client whose house we clean. And every year we go into her house during Passover, and before you walk through the door, you smell her brisket outside,
Oh,
permanently,
nice.
floating
Yeah.
around the whole
Yeah.
house. So she gave me her recipe because I said I wanted to make something different. So I made a brisket, some mashed potatoes, and some corn, real simple. It was family time, and my daughter's back here. My wife is upstairs visiting her mother. That's it. That's Easter for me, and I'm here with you guys hanging out.
Herman,
What
what
about?
did you do?
Well, what did I do? Well, I
Give me
became
a second. I'll be right back.
public enemy number one. I was supposed to go somewhere, but the show kind of conflict with that and getting back in time to do it. So I got left. But I'm here.
Yay!
Well, we'll try to cheer you up and make your Easter bright and
Well,
loved.
Well, I'm good. Thank you, but I'm good. I'm good. I mean, I wanted to be here. I just was trying to figure out how I could go and get back at the same time, be able to get back.
Oh, nice.
But I don't know what Lawrence wanted to talk about tonight, but I don't know if you saw it or not, Paul. But that French company Parrot,
Yeah.
they happen to have now a new drone out that's it's a thermal. It's just like the Mavic
Duo.
Duo.
Yep.
Yeah.
An Anafi Duo, I think.
Yeah, the Anafi Duo, but it's got a fairly decent price for what they're offering.
Yep.
I just, the transmission system on it, I believe, is all Wi-Fi. I'm not sure, but
yeah, it is. It is. It's still Wi-Fi.
yeah.
I mean, if you were doing maybe some roof inspections or up close inspections or wanted to do some things with it, it doesn't have the range of the distance of the DJI, which is coveted for probably the bigger jobs. But yeah, I think it's great.
I just the one thing that everybody talks about is the camera looking up and like you being able to get underneath things, but because it's Wi-Fi, I worry that maybe you go under something
Yeah,
and it loses signal.
Especially a bridge or something with all that metal.
Right.
Oh my God.
Loses
And fishing line. Ooh,
return to home is up.
thank you,
Yeah.
Novice.
Hey Val, I
Yeah.
didn't hear what you did for Easter.
Oh, well, I worked until 10 o'clock this morning, and I started on Friday. I had a client I was working with 50 some hours, but after that, I came home, got ready, and went and met my son for breakfast with his girlfriend Vanessa, who's so sweet. So that's what I did. I was pretty darn happy. My other two children are doing their own thing, but at least I have one of them.
Okay, all right, that's what's
Yeah.
up. Now, Paul,
Fun.
what
It was
happened? What did you say, Herman?
No, it said the Val sounded like she had some fun this morning.
I did.
Now, what state?
And always Val is the life of the party on Canadian Drone Hub too. So
I know. That's why when I heard she wanted to be on Sunday nights with those guys, I was like, you know what? I really appreciate that.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
I did. What happened?
Val is the life of the party wherever she goes.
Yeah, not so much, but that's right.
Well, Val, you know what? You have a way of interviewing people, and they're like, "Oh my God, where she's going with this? Where's she going with this question?" So it makes it fun.
Yeah. And
That's
the thing
why
about
I
it
don't
is,
ask any questions.
Lawrence, she does her homework too.
I agree because she mentioned when she was interviewing me a video I shot with one of my first drones, a SEMA X8C. And back then you couldn't tell me nothing. I was like, yeah, I'm in the drones, I'm flying now. I know it's a toy for now, but eventually I'll move up. And she went back in the archives and wiped the dust off. It had zero views, and she added a view to it. She watched the whole video. She did the same thing with Herman as well, too.
Yeah.
And Val, you don't have to call me Novice. You can call me Lawrence. Everyone,
Okay, Lawrence.
that doesn't bother me whatsoever.
So I clicked on your. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I clicked on your Facebook one that you guys are part of the 5 borough.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So now I'm part of that. You guys are
you
pretty
joined
active.
NYC 5 Borough?
Yeah, I'm in it. I'm not.
Cool.
I don't live there, but I thought, oh, what fun.
Very nice, very nice. I have to search for you on there. Well, after the show, I'll ask for your last name and search for you in the group.
Okay.
In fact, we give a shout out to NYC Five World Drone Meetup. Hey, what's up, Mike? Now, Mike, if you were to answer your email, what are the odds of you even popping in here? I know you're real famous celebrity right now, you know, and I have to speak to Paul, your manager. I heard he's your manager. What's up with that? Glenn says, what's up? Let me send Mike an invite in.
You know,
And
I
Yeah,
was
we'll
that'd be great.
I was trying to talk to Paul about that the other day. I said, now that those guys are national, we need a really good manager.
There you go. Well, you
Yeah.
know what? I would take the job, but you know who should be your manager? She's sitting right there in between us. She is a shark
Okay.
I need
when
can
it
someone,
comes, when it comes to managing channels.
can someone
Valerie.
send a
You know
link
what?
to
I
Philly?
am the Yoko Ono of drone channels, so be careful.
Uh-oh.
That's what I've learned.
What are you
Wait a
saying?
minute.
Breaking up
Wait a-
drone channels?
Wait a minute, Val. Are you the Yoko Ono before John died or after? Because
After.
those are two completely different people.
right. I think I've been called the one that's before.
Okay, all
I
right.
don't
Okay.
think I'm kind of misunderstood, maybe.
So you're breaking up drone channels.
Hey,
You know,
Phil,
I would love to manage, but you know what? I tend to say what needs to be said sometimes, and it's not always appreciated, and then people take it wrong, and then they get mad, and then
someone send Mike an invite, please, because I don't
yeah,
have his email, and I don't know why.
hold on, I can do it.
Thank you so much.
I
Thank you
can.
so much.
I told you, Valerie's got connections everywhere.
See. Val's like the mobsters. She's a hidden
Yep.
mobster there.
Well,
You know?
if you ever watch Roger's channel, between the two of them, they've got contacts everywhere. Because if Roger says, "Val, can you do this?" she does it, and Val says, "Roger, can you do that?" Yep, he does it. It's like,
That's how gangsters work. They look out for
yeah.
each other.
Okay, let me.
Hey, Brent Donnelly, what's up? How are you? And if you want to join us, Philly, Mike, you feel free. We actually, you're gonna live a long time because we were talking about how nice of a person you are and how you need to be on cable TV, raking in the millions. He's turning on a computer. Give him a few minutes. Okay, well the link is there. Anyway, Herman, do you have any drone news for us?
Well, we were talking a little bit about the new Anafi that's out by Parrot, and we have a new one that's to actually just like the Mavic Dual, where it has a thermal camera, also, and on the one head on the with dual lens on the camera. It's selling for a pretty good price for what they're giving you. Just that it has no sensors like the Mavic. And we were talking about its transmission system being that it's Wi-Fi. The range and everything is a worry in most areas.
It's Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Anafi is Wi-Fi.
I mean, to be honest, I did start out on a Wi-Fi. My first GPS was Wi-Fi, but they should stop putting out drones with Wi-Fi and just jump straight to Lightbridge 2, Lightbridge 1, OcuSync, whatever the hell they're going to use.
You got to remember, Lightbridge and OcuSync are proprietary to DJI.
Al Diaz, thank you very much for the super chat. Yeah, you have a valid point there. You do
They
have a
would
valid
have to
point.
do whatever it is that Autel did. I don't know if that's Wi-Fi too, but whatever it is that Autel did, they got some range out of that
Yep.
that Evo.
It's kind of hard. I don't know how to explain it, but you, Val, you, Paul, probably know what I'm talking about. You as well, Herman. When it comes to dealing with somebody that's up here and everyone else is down around here, it's kind of hard to reach for that guy because he's so high up there. So I guess Wi-Fi kind of keeps you down there amongst the common folk.
True. Well, honestly, right now, this is a funny thing. Now that you mentioned that, right now that everybody's talking that this that if DJI comes out with something new, they think what everybody's expecting now is a Inspire 3. And with that being the case,
Well, they did say they were coming out with one in 2019.
right? But with that being the case, if they're abandoning that market that the Phantom 5 or the Phantom 4 sat in, or that Phantom 4 Pro Series sat in, that's a new market that's available right now.
Well, I kind of think that DJI is going to do an end run because they're still making and marketing the RTK, which is for mapping, which is on the Phantom frame. Think what you're going to see come out in the fall at the same time they're going to bring out the Inspire 3. They're going to bring out the Enterprise Phantom.
I could see that happening, and a lot of people would be upset because then that means they're going more towards corporate. But we can't talk too much drone stuff here because then Val sits there and I see the gears turning. What are you thinking, Val?
Well, I'm thinking I wish I could afford all the DJI drones because I know they get some bad rap because of their customer service. But the best videos, I'm sorry, guys, that I've seen so far are made with the Phantom 3 and 4, and the Mavics. I mean, they're just stellar. And so I'm thinking I would love to have, I was thinking I wanted a Phantom, but maybe I might think Mavic. But I don't know if I'd want a Mavic 2.
Al Diaz, go ahead. Go ahead, Val.
Well, they're just so expensive, so I don't know.
Well, you know what it is? You have to consider an investment. Al Diaz says DJI should come out with an HD 250 quad. Well, they did come out with the 5.8 gigahertz goggles, but from what I understand, the racing drone sector that they're dealing in, they're building processors and stuff for people or boards, and they're selling them to other companies. I do agree they should also get into the racing drone world, but Val, as far as getting a DJI drone, it took me to get my first DJI Phantom because I'm on a fixed income. I work part-time, freelance, trying to make a few extra dollars or whatever. But it took me 6 months to save for it.
Yeah.
And if it's worth the investment, because when I switched from a Wi-Fi drone to a DJI drone, I could hear the angels sing every time I took off. The angels were singing, the jets were flying over, in full formation. That's what it is to jump up to a DJI. Trust me, it's well worth it. Now, keep in mind, there are other drone companies. I'm not totally DJI. The Autel Evo, which I thought, which its predecessor was the Autel X Star Premium, which I thought had one of the best 4K cameras on that shaped drone, that Phantom style body type drone. So there are other people out there. The Parrot Bebop, no one has better video stabilization better than them, but their drones are made out of styrofoam.
Yeah.
If you could take the video stabilization with the DJI 4K camera and put it on something like an Evo, that would be one of the best drones out there in the world. But it's not going to happen. DJI just walking through the grass, crushing the flowers of everyone.
Well, that goes back to what I was saying. If DJI is going to abandon that market that they filled with the Phantom, with a camera that has a mechanical shutter, that opens the door for somebody else that wants to get in that market. Because remember, even though you have a 1-inch sensor or 1-inch light sensor on the Mavic 2, it's still not a mechanical shutter. So there is a market for somebody to squeeze right in now if they're going to go into total, if they're going to go totally with make this drone for commercial use. But keep in mind that if they're going to use it for commercial use, they still have to put that global shutter on it, and that'll still give you better video and better picture quality.
Well,
yeah. The problem is, though, I agree with you, but the problem is price point. They can
Right.
build,
In 1 second.
DJI can build a hell of an aircraft with a hell of a camera. But the average drone buyer now is looking, they're stretching to get to that $1,000 investment. Where when I bought my first Inspire One, and that was like almost 4 years ago, it was $3,600 with one
Right.
battery. So and I was the abnormal one to do that, just because I'm crazy like that. But that Inspire One just flew phenomenal right up until the end, until the light bridge became obsolete.
Well, it still worked great. It's just that there was something a little better.
Well,
Right.
what I made it, where I fly down by the ships, right?
Hmm.
I was running into severe radio and electronic interference that I never had down there before.
Okay.
I'd get out 1,000 feet, like how I do my swoop around the ship, right?
Yeah.
I get out on the other side of the ship, and all of a sudden, I couldn't see the video anymore, so I couldn't tell where my camera was angled or what was going on or anything.
Wow.
And so I just decided at that point, that's when so I went out and I bought a Mavic Pro and the OcuSync One, and it was much better. But then I decided, well, everybody was raving about OcuSync 2, so I jumped in and got the OcuSync 2, and my God, it's so much. I can go way out in the lake, follow the ship out there, get behind some of the warehouses there along the side of the river. I don't ever lose a skip a beat or anything.
Now, I have a question. I see people on here are starting GoFundMe
Uh-huh.
pages for people and stuff to get drones and Osmos and stuff. I think if we got enough guys together and enough donations, we could probably get Val her first DJI drone.
Yeah.
Oh no, please, no. That's okay. I don't mind saving because I
Val,
know we got a lot of guys out there without even. See, I got the Breeze, and I know we have guys that don't even have that much, so no worries. But we do end up with a lot of GoFundMe's, believe me.
yes, I do know that, but that's what
They break my bank because I can't say no to them.
that's what the drone community does. I know a guy who's in the racing drones, right?
Oh yeah.
And he only had one racing drone, and it just dropped out of the sky into the water. And a couple of the guys that were there with him had some spare parts in their bag, and they built him a racing drone, another
wow.
one that was better than the one he had, so it
I love
wouldn't drop out over the water. Orlando, thank you so much for your super chat, and thank you guys for watching Sunday nights with those guys, because without you guys, we wouldn't be those guys.
Thank you, Orlando.
And
Yeah.
Michael said something. He said, I think he meant the Unique Typhoon has some quality videos. It does. The Typhoon is a really nice quad. It's big, but it is a nice quad.
Well,
Yeah.
go ahead, Herman.
Well, the Typhoon is nice. I like the Typhoon. I was interested in getting it because the Typhoon actually, believe it or not, can fly where you really wouldn't want to put your Phantom up. And
True.
the problem with the Typhoon is that, like how we have here in the city, sometimes we have to push out far to get to certain places,
Right.
and kind of high in other areas. And a lot of these other drones just don't have the range. And that range is important. Like when Paul was talking about the transmission system back and forth to and
Yes.
from your drone, if it's weak to begin with, when you get around a lot of things that are interfering with it, it's just going to be crappy all the way.
That's true. Urban flying, like, here's maybe I could give an example of how it is flying in a city. You have all of these Allen keys here, right? And all of these are buildings, right?
Yeah.
Now, each one of them has their own electromagnetic field around it.
Right.
Cell phones, 2.4 gigahertz, all that. So there's a little bubble around this, there's a bubble around this, and so on as they get higher. And if you have to know how to fly above those bubbles,
Yep.
those
Yep.
magnetic fields of interference,
Yep.
at least urban flying. Hey, what?
Exactly. And Lawrence, have you also noticed now that cars have Wi-Fi bubbles,
Yes.
people have more than one device on them? I mean, the bubble keeps expanding and getting bigger.
Yes, yes. And our airspace gets smaller because the buildings are getting taller,
Yep.
unless you use the 400 by 400 rule, which, Val, I don't suggest you ever do unless you're with someone.
That's funny you mentioned that about those bubbles and stuff. When we were in Long Island City, when we shot over there by the train yard, we were in good proximity, to those buildings to
Yes.
use the 400 by 400 rule. But those big glass buildings, the signal just went bang, boom, right back at you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In fact, you guys may not notice, Paul and Val, but when you're flying near a building and it has, for some reason, it's all glass, usually that glass is leaded glass.
Oh,
And a lot thicker, and it, instead of the signal going through it, it often bounces off and can confuse your drone. So for example, if I'm heading this way and you're the building, the signal is hitting the drone, and the signal is hitting a building and bouncing off the building and back at the drone. So the drone will get confused because it only knows of one signal. Now if there's a signal telling it to move forward in this direction, and there's a signal telling it to move forward in this direction, sometimes you may press forward and move backwards, or try to pull away from the building and slam into it full speed because it's picking up the signal off of the building. So the urban flying, there is a lot to it. I mean, uh, oh, she's sending out. Good, thank you. And urban flying is real fun, but I don't suggest you do it right away. But one thing Herman mentioned, where we were in Long Island City, when you have buildings like this and you're using the 400 by 400 rule, you can kind of hopscotch from one building to another, and you're following the 400 by 400 rule because you're 400 feet distance away from it. And most of these buildings are usually within 200 to 150 feet of each other. So it's easy to fly from one building to another building to another building, and not get in trouble or worry about it.
See, but you know what? We have an advantage with the Phantom 4 Pro, and it's also on now on the Mavics, the dual band,
Yeah.
where you can go from 2.4 to 5.8. We have that advantage because most of those are in that 2.4 gigahertz range. So the bird will stay in that. You might get a flicker on the signal, but if you go up a little bit, no problem.
I'm listening.
Altitude solves a lot of issues in a lot of
It
cases.
does. It does. It does 100%, Paul. You're 100% right. Like I know for a fact, you do fly the ships, but you've been flying it long enough to know not to fly near their antenna.
Yep. Yep.
You don't
Yep.
fly near the antenna, and you always make sure you clear those wires because those wires are antennas on a lot of
Yep.
the ships. They may stretch from the back of the ship. Like Val, have you seen ships with wires that go across? Well,
oh
back
yeah.
in the old days, that was their antenna from one end of the ship to the other. So, as technology changed, they started switching to antennas, but there are still a lot of ships out there that use that technology.
Okay, Philly Drone Life, it keeps coming back saying that it can't deliver to that address. Did you give me the correct address?
I think,
He's
I
got it.
think,
He's got it listed there in the chat. Do you see it?
I
That's
think,
that. I copied and pasted it in.
I think you have to clear it through his manager, Paul, and then he'll give you authorization.
Well, I think you're going to have to send it there because mine won't send it. I don't know why.
Hold on, let me copy and paste it and see what's happening here. It might be a typo, it might not. I have the Gmail open to, let's go paste.
Got no email.
Okay, link.
My email. Yeah, I saw
Okay.
that, Philly. or just won't let me send it.
Oh wow, let me go back to Hangouts and do this. So Val, what's happening on your side of the world? We always know what's happening with Paul because Paul's always on.
Paul is always on. Well, I'm self-employed, so I get the going out and trying to get jobs where you can and for the amount that you can. So sometimes I just worked 50 hours straight, but it was watching someone who's elderly with dementia. So I'm doing that stuff, watching a little autistic girl sometimes, doing some remodel stuff sometimes, just whatever I can get my hands on.
Okay.
And then I do YouTube, and I do it almost like a full-time job. So there's a lot of hours put in for it.
Well, I know there's a lot of hours with YouTube, but you have to think of everything as an investment.
Right?
You have to think of it as an investment because right now, Phantom Flight 101 is trying to become monetized. And in order to become monetized, he needs to do more live shows and needs to get more views.
That's
Now,
true.
you need 4,000 hours or 240,000 minutes. Okay. And when I started out to focus on being monetized, I only had 38,000 minutes, watch minutes. And it took me at least 6 to 8 months to focus on being monetized. I only had 38,000 like watch
All
minutes.
right, hold
And it
on.
took me at least
Really?
For the love of God.
Why do you sound like that,
How
Lawrence?
about now? Is that good?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
So how close are you, Herman?
Blocked me, Val. Blocked me.
I didn't hear you, Val.
I said,
Val,
how close are you?
why is everybody
close am
blocking
I?
me now that I'm a star? Everybody's blocking me. What's going on?
Well, see, you know what it is? Hold on, Mike. You know what it is? We were just told earlier by your manager, Paul, that anything that goes on with you has to be cleared through him.
And that's
So,
Paul. Why aren't you clearing them, Paul? What's going on over here?
because they're not bribing them with mallow bars and marshmallows.
Where's your picture, dear?
Here's your picture.
Where's
Yeah.
my
There's no picture, Michael. What's going on?
picture? I got no picture. Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Oh my God.
Guys, give me 1 second. I've had this brisket out cooling down, and I was told not to cut it while it was hot. So I'm just testing the temperature to see if it's warm, cool enough to cut.
When you
I'll
say
be
you're
right back.
tasting it to make sure it's cool enough.
No, I'm not tasting it to make sure it's cool enough. Stop it.
Ooh, that'd be good. It's good.
I'll be back.
Guys, I lost you. Hold on. Oh, wait. Oh, there you go, right? All right, hold
Yeah.
on. All right, I got so many windows open. Just give me a minute.
Okay.
So
Well, Val,
Herman,
yes.
Michael, Michael,
monetized.
just breathe. Breathe, Michael. Just breathe.
I could. Yeah, you were saying now, Val.
How close are you to being monetized?
You know, that's a good question. I try to stay away from the numbers because YouTube has had me in this dance for the longest time now. I gain subscribers, I lose subscribers by the next morning. It's rough.
You have enough subscribers. It's just your watch hours, right?
Right, and I need those people to watch.
So how many times do you do a live stream a week? Oh, there he is.
Woo!
Well, I've only done the one last week when I had to host the show last week. So he looks like a different guy.
Don't I? Yo, guys, let me tell you. I'm so sorry to cut you
But,
off, Herman. Herman, I
yes.
got a new webcam, bud.
Okay.
I got everybody's been bragging about the Logitech. So I invested in the Logitech 920.
Okay.
And that's what I was doing. I'm having to turn things on and turn things off and go from here to here. And I don't have a clue. So it's trial and error. But I got it to work. I had to now go into Hangouts and set it up while I was doing all this.
Okay.
So I was trial and error. Thank you. That's why I look different, though. I look good.
So now all you gotta do is pick OBS and you'll be good to go.
Oh yeah, nah, nah, that'll kill me, bro. And I ain't like you. Guys. That will
See,
kill me.
look, you can even see his eyeballs.
I know. See, and
You're
they're
not
quite
all blurry. You got beautiful eyes, by the way, Mike. But now
Oh.
you're not blurry. Now we can see you.
Thank you. And I can even play with that thing now. I could do all I can put bubbles around me. I could do all fun stuff. You look clear too, Val, so that we can actually look at each other now.
I know. Yay.
You actually,
Everyone on that
but you can't get OBS.
Oh, you real Herman, I didn't go to college for that shit. You got to give me some time. I will take some summer. My manager's sending me to summer school for that. So we're going to practice that. But
Okay.
go ahead, guys. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'll sit back and wait for you done. Go ahead.
Herman was just talking to Val about monetizing, I think.
Yeah. I don't remember exactly how many hours I have, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I got a lot of, remember when you were asking about how we got so many subscribers, is that talking to a lot of people and forcing a lot of people to join, subscribe to your channel, and it'll get you a view or two in the beginning, but eventually those people stop watching and they just don't even remember they have a YouTube on the phone. Because I'm talking to a lot of people, and even family members, and they're like, "Well, I don't use YouTube. I don't use
right.
YouTube."
I will tell you.
Oh,
look, he's a star. He has glass on. Anyway, I will tell you. Herman, what turned the tide for me was doing the interviews and being on live and talking to people, because the watch time is there.
okay.
People watch, and I get to interview wonderful people, like I interviewed you and Lawrence. But I think if you just go on and you talk what you're doing and how that's working, and do this like those guys, you'll get the watch hours quick. Just keep rolling it.
Well, I think we spoke before on that, and I told you I was thinking about Wednesday, and I think I'm pretty set on the idea of Wednesday at the same time.
Very nice.
5 o'clock. So probably you'll see the link this week for Wednesday night.
Nice.
Well, Herman,
Yeah.
what you should do is call it That Guy then.
No, but that's
Well, it'll
Mike's.
still be those guys. It'll just be Wednesday night with those guys.
That's Mike. That's Mike's name, actually.
Yeah, Mr. Manager, you need to get with the program.
Mike's name.
That's right. Lawrence, would you like a job? Mr. Manager's been sleeping. I think. That I'm already that guy, but
That's true.
Sleeping. He's been doing a lot of sleep, but he needs his rest. You get your rest, buddy.
That's good. Hey guys, hold on a second.
Mike, we were talking.
Yes.
And we were talking earlier about trying to plan something to meet up with you. But like how they do it in wrestling, we got you right here live on the TV, so we might as well just talk about it right here in front of everybody.
Let's talk. Yeah.
Hey, listen, guys. To diverse from the subject just for a second.
Yeah.
Remember, I told you I was making a brisket. Well, I've never made one before in my life. I followed this recipe to the T. It cut like butter. This is how it looked before I put everything into it after cutting it. But it came out pretty good.
Wow.
And hold on a second. This is it fully prepared.
Oh,
So my first time ever making a brisket, and I think it was a success.
I'll take the centerpiece, please.
I think it was a success, though, most definitely.
It looks good.
Well, let me ask you this. How much of it did you taste while you were checking it out?
See, that's why you got to answer your damn phone. Answer your phone, man. Now, Mike, getting back to you, being that you and your manager are having a little tiff right now, we will speak to you personally, and you and your manager will handle that offline.
Okay.
But Sunday nights with those guys would really, really like to come to Philly and fly with you. So we need to make it happen.
Let's make this happen. Let's do it.
Okay. The only problem is you do not answer your emails often, but I have your phone number now.
Yes, Ted. Yeah, listen, I don't, and it's not personal. Please forgive me. I never did email, and what happened was at one point I gave my email out to too many places, and I have literally maybe 1 million emails there. So but I don't want to change the email address for a number of reasons. So I'm just not. We're getting there, but so I can't check it. If you send me an email today, by tomorrow it's so mixed up into that list, I'll never find it. So I just been giving up. Now, if you alert me of one, like, oh my God, check your email, I will go in there and do the work.
Well, you do respond pretty quick to your text, so I think I have a better chance of contacting you via text. Because Phantom Flight, well, Herman and I, like I said, would like to plan a trip to Philly. We can't say when because we wanted to be spontaneous, but I can say one thing: when we do it, we're going live on the spot.
That's fine. The only problem I have is please make it early in the morning. And the only reason is because I after early in the morning, I die out, guys. The medication I'm on to keep myself happy.
Oh no, that's not a problem. That's not a problem whatsoever. We had already planned on rolling up on you while you were in the sky flying already.
There
We
you
were
go.
gonna pull up like we were gonna pull up like police with the vlogging cameras and everything. There he is. Get him. You know.
Give me a heart attack. You may actually give me a heart attack.
I hope not. I hope not. You'll know we're coming, dude.
There
You'll
you go.
know.
I'll be right
You'll know
back.
we're coming.
Yeah,
Right?
I would love that, guy. I really would. Yeah, we can plan something, and I got a couple spots that are good vantage points to get to a couple really cool buildings. It's pretty safe, It's well, with you guys, it's really safe now. There ain't nobody going to bother us now that you're here. Trust me.
Well, don't worry about that so much. It I know it would have to be early, but like I said, we'll talk about it in the backgrounds.
So it sounds good. Thank you, man. I'm actually honored. I really am. You guys are yeah. I mean, I know we joke around a lot, but you guys are up there. I'm honored. I really am.
Well, from what I see, you're a top celebrity now. You got the dark glasses,
Yeah, I don't like wearing it.
in the row, Boots Studios.
Yeah, guys. Oh man, they're amazing.
No, it was rumored, Mike, that they were calling you Baby Pusa.
Baby, there's no way I could never fill them shoes. I could not fill them shoes.
Happy Easter, Rick.
He could marry his wife, maybe, but I ain't filling his shoes. There's no way. His wife's gorgeous. God bless her. Beautiful woman.
No, they do have a great show. They have one of the best shows right here, at least on the Northeast that I know of. I don't even know where they're from. They're in Canada, right? Aren't they?
Montreal.
They're in Montreal. Okay.
Hey, Lawrence, did you watch the show where he had me on? I don't know.
I didn't miss. I didn't catch that. See, I get up. The problem is I get up anywhere from 3:30 to 4:30 in the morning.
I got
And
you.
usually Herman will tell you
You're
by
so-
about 9, 10 o'clock, I start winding down.
Yeah, totally. I totally understand. Well, here's the point. You can watch any one of his shows. It doesn't have to be me. When he gets rolling and starts blowing the horn, it is addictive. I mean, I actually started to watch some of it. It will blow you away. He's like, and God, don't let me blow that horn, guys. I'll blow that horn. You're like, oh my God, I got a sub. Who do we know? Let's get him a sub. You literally, it's on fire. So he's fantastic for the community. I mean, and talk about helping. I could never pay him back for what he did for me in 2 hours. So, and thank God, he got him for me. Now I got to keep him. So now the work comes.
Yeah, that's true. That's the thing, because I do know people that will subscribe to you, and then all of a sudden,
Well,
like, you'll have a quarter of them left. But that's just people trying to get famous on your name. Hey, I know Philly Drone Hub.
yeah.
Or if you notice, if you go to my channel, you can't see my subscribers and you can't see my videos.
Well, talk to me about that. What should I do?
Yeah.
What you just mentioned, Lawrence, I'm struggling with that. I'm having some people do that to me, but I'm finding out the hard way. I'm having them do it and then getting me, and then I'm fine. In other words, me, and then I find out, oh, I shouldn't have done that. But help me out here to help me to protect me. What do I do? Do I show it? Do I not show it? Is there anything I can do to prevent myself from being used or from just and still be a good, honest guy? Because I don't want to. I want
Well,
to.
you want to know what? You want to know what? You don't see Casey Neistat's subscribers either, and he has millions of subscribers. And to be honest, if you're entertaining and people are followers of you, Val can vouch for this. They will be your subscriber and your follower, whether they see your list or not. Now, the people that are interested in seeing your list of subscribers are only interested in going through that list to say, "Yo, I subscribe, I subscribe, I subscribe," and they're hoping out of that 1,000 subscribers, maybe they get 100 to
So-
see.
What? I never heard that. What?
Oh yeah. If you show your subscribers, other people that are watching you can go and start harassing your subscribers for some.
I did not know
Right,
that.
right. So if you notice, you cannot see our subscribers or liked videos.
Yeah. How do you turn? Yeah, but you.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
have to do that.
In the-
I cannot do it because I'm broadcasting, but there is a way to go into your settings to hide your liked videos and hide your subscribers.
Well, you still get the little two things, right? So you could still pick
What
like
do you mean? What do you mean?
you still pick like or unlike, but it just doesn't.
Yeah.
No. You're misunderstanding. When I say hide your subscribers, like I could go to your page right now, right? And for example, and I can see everyone that you're subscribed to.
Correct.
Okay. Now, by seeing that, I can go through everyone in your list and say, hey, I like Philly Drone Life. I could say Philly Drone Life is an asshole. I could say whatever I want to your subscribers to damage you or help you. Now, by hiding your subscriber list, that avoids all of that bull.
Well, they could still do it on a video. They can go into each and every person that comments on your video, though, right?
Yeah, but that's a lot of work. People are lazy. Millennials are lazy.
They
Well,
They
are.
want everything in front of them in a straight line. They don't want to have to go through here, zig this way, then zag that way. You know, and that's what you have to
also
do.
get more people that.
Old guy in a drone says never show your subscribers, and it's true. And I learned this because I used to do internet radio shows.
I thought it was dishonest. I had them not shown, and then I'm like, "Oh, guys, what am I doing? I should be showing them." I thought it was like a dishonest thing to do, so I changed it and showed them. This is what I'm saying. I don't know. I have to learn, and I got to learn from you guys.
No, but see, Glennis just says, "Oh, I like plugging my subs to support their channels." You do that. You do plug when you're in a live stream. Hey, what's up at Val? Hey, what's up Phantom Flight? What's up Philly Drone Life? That's how you plug your friends. And if they're in the chat room talking, they're going to respond back by saying thank you or something. If the person in the show chooses to click on them, we can't do nothing about that. But it's all about sharing. But there's a good right way to share and a way that you could share and be more damaging.
Thank you for that information. I really didn't.
I didn't know that. So you aren't even showing your likes and dislikes?
No.
You can't see who's subscribed to the channel.
Right. You cannot see my subscribers, and you cannot see the videos that I personally like.
Oh, right. Why?
No, right. It has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with your like and dislikes. Those are on every video. You cannot turn that on and off.
No, you can turn off the thumbs up and thumbs down.
No, you can't turn that off. You can't turn that off.
You can turn off the number, but
Yes.
Off the number,
Yes.
correct.
Yes.
The numbers.
Yeah, that's what I want to turn off too.
That is an interesting way to say that, because when I would go on, I would think, well, you wanted to show that. And I looked at it like Michael looks at it. Oh, it's really honest. You let people know. They'll know if you subscribe or not. They'll know this, they'll know that. But I guess you're right.
Well, think about it this way. Say hypothetically, and you've had it, Val, and they've had it on Canadian Drone Hub and in other shows where people come in that you've never seen before and they say, Val, I got you. I supported you. Now, what I do is when I go, here's another tip. when you go to a show, a live stream, you open up you first you download TubeBuddy and install it to Chrome if you're using Chrome. Okay. And after that, once you sign in the TubeBuddy, it will allow you to open up a subscriber window. And what I'm talking about is I'm gonna show you right now, actually what I'm talking about. I'm gonna pick anyone's video, share applications. Okay, you guys should be able to see my screen going crazy, right? I'm
Yes.
gonna open up another window and show you exactly what I mean. And this is the way I can tell if you say Phantom Flight 101, I got you. I'm picking any video. I'm picking any video here. You say Phantom Flight 101, I got you. I can tell you're lying. You want to know how?
How?
Because I'm gonna tell you right now. Hold on, hold on. Where is my Channelytics? Let's go to my channel. Hold on. I'm hoping that I can show you guys this without messing up the stream. Because
There it goes.
Well, you're
I
going.
don't see but I don't see the Channelytics. But the
Right under your logo.
right under my
It
logo.
should say.
No, it's not showing here. I don't think it maybe it's because I'm live. Let me try someone else's page. Let me
Okay.
try. Just bear with me, guys, because you guys need to see and know this.
What is it
All
not
right.
showing you?
All right. Now, I'm on someone's page. If you look on the right-hand side here, this is statistics. This is something else I use, but
Where again? Just one more. Rewind. Where are you at? Your channel, analytics.
I'm on someone else's channel, not
Okay.
in analytics. You have to download TubeBuddy to see this stuff.
Okay, got you. Okay.
Okay. But TubeBuddy allows you to see the person's stats. It's a whole bunch of stuff that you need to know. And supposedly they're supposed to allow you. See, it's not here, Herman. Maybe it's because I'm broadcasting.
It says
But
Channelytics right under home, and it says TB Channelytics. Is that it?
Channelytics is actually another part of it. But what I was trying to show you was by using TubeBuddy, they give you an actual counter.
Oh, and you'll see a counter go.
Oh, it is stupid me. Stupid. I'm sorry. I did that by mistake. Here, I think I know what the deal is here. Let me go back to share screen.
I have that on vidIQ. I have
Yeah.
that one, and
Yes.
it shows me, and people go,
vidIQ.
"Yes, I got you, I got you," and that number does not move.
Then
Exactly my point. Exactly my point. Now, if I go to my channel here, I should be able to pull up. Here it is. I'm stupid. It was in front of my face. If
Yeah.
you look on the screen, it says 3,180 subscribers, right?
Gotcha.
Now
Right.
you're in a show. Every time you go to a show, you should open this window up in TubeBuddy, because what it does is if 10 people say they have subscribed to you, what happens is this number will change every 10 seconds. If you see this counter here, you see what the mouse is moving right here. You see that little bar moving?
Yeah.
Actually, a few seconds. All right. So it will tell you if someone's subscribing to you or they're BSing you.
Oh.
But what I don't get is why would they bother? I mean, I just don't. I would never say I subscribe to someone I'm not subscribed to.
Well,
Okay.
Go ahead, Herman.
Val, why do you have people who come into the chat on certain shows and disrupt the chat?
Why?
Oh,
You
sure.
know, those are the same people.
Yeah.
Why do those people exist? They just are. You know,
Wreak havoc.
trolls that come on are the same trolls that are looking for subs and they want to go and they're gone.
Hey, Chocolate Mint. Thanks for popping
You know,
in.
it's an ongoing issue that'll never be solved. You know,
Right,
I
because
try not to worry about it.
you can't stop someone from subscribing to you and then tomorrow morning unsubscribing to you.
Right.
So what you need to do is have that counter, that live counter up. Like when you're doing a show or you're in a show and people go, Val, I got you. Paul Murray, I got you. And you know you started the show with 3,180 people and 5 people said they got you and you haven't had one subscription.
Yeah, they're all.
Something's wrong with that, you know. But anyway, enough of that. Paul,
Yes, sir.
I was expecting you to come back with some goodies, but I guess you disappointed me.
I had to go out and take care of my live-in roommate Mia. She was out in the backyard chewing on a piece of stick, and I don't like her doing that.
Okay. And I know Furball Kim, it's his birthday today. I haven't had a chance to speak to you personally, but if you watch this live stream, happy birthday to you, dude, and many, 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 many freaking more. Okay.
Yeah, he was so happy. He was so happy. It was his birthday today. I was telling him last year around his birthday because he and Roger are really out, away from town, away from everything. And he goes, "Oh no, never, no one ever says anything about my birthday." And he was giving me this long story about no one ever thinks about his birthday. No one ever gives him anything for his birthday. And because in in YouTube, all of a sudden everyone, they were sending him cards or something, or just telling him happy birthday. And this year I didn't hear one word about people not saying anything about his birthday. This year he didn't say that because everybody was saying happy birthday. He was so happy.
Hey, Elliot, how are you, buddy? What's
Elliot,
up, Elliot? How are you doing?
Hey, Lawrence, can you help me for a minute?
If I can, sure.
I apologize. All right, I have my channel open. How do I hide my subscribers and people that I'm subscribed to? How do
All right. Let's see if I can do this without. Let's see if I can.
Settings.
Do you remember, Herman?
It's in the settings. I'm trying to remember exactly.
Let me see. Let me see. I don't know if I can do
Probably
it.
easier from your phone app.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. From your phone app, it would be a lot easier. Because
Yeah.
you can go straight into your settings. It's a lot more direct.
Yeah.
I would seriously suggest that.
All right, I'm in my phone.
Okay.
That's never mind. It's right here. Oh God, thank you guys. Phone.
Hold on. Let me end this. I'm trying to.
I got it.
Now, just your liked videos, and also by having your liked videos highlighted, okay, it shows you like Paul's video, you like Val's video, but it lets someone into your personal life.
Yes.
Okay, because you may be down with the drone guys and everyone. Hey, what's up, obsessed drone? But the problem is, you may be interested in something you don't want anyone to know, but if they have access to every video that you click like to,
yeah, you're right. You're right. It tells you a lot. It tells people, gives them a path into who you are as a person. I definitely agree with you there.
You know, thank goodness Val didn't find anything personal, but
I was looking.
Hey, Big Al, I just want to say thank you, Big Al Diaz, for all your support. He's a great guy, another biker friend, and you could really tell just from his actions. Great guy. Thank you so much.
Did you guys see that Philly got a new pocket Osmo this last week given to him?
I heard. I'm like, this is how you know you're on your way to rock stardom.
Oh, dude, I'm blown away, man. But I'll tell you, if you guys have it, you do have a pocket, don't you? Yeah, because you use it on all your videos, don't
you? Yes, Herman does. Herman has one. I either use his or I use the old-fashioned Osmo, the one that you put your phone in, like that.
Like that. I saw that one at Best Buy yesterday. I'm a guy that likes big stuff. So I was like, oh, look at that. And then you see the pocket next to it, and it was tiny.
Well, dude, the reason the pocket is great, it shoots great footage and everything, but awesome. I'm 6'3", okay?
Yeah.
I have a big hand. So holding the pocket is like holding something this tiny. Yes. And I'm like, look the button right there, you know. I can't. I feel like I'm gonna drop it every time I hold it.
Yeah.
Val?
Yeah.
You remember when Lawrence was talking about
here we go
telling you how to fly that don't fly, like people who don't have children telling you, you know, how to raise children?
Yeah.
He can't hold a camera. How's he gonna hold the children?
See, here we go.
What's going on, man?
Hey, Roosevelt.
What's up, Roosevelt? I think, think I sent you an invite. Did I? Did I not? Let me see. Hold on. I thought I did, but maybe I'm wrong. Could be wrong here. Anyway, it's 6:09, and we appreciate it ever so much, especially for you guys with the super chats earlier.
Yeah.
That is highly appreciated. And Mr. Rockstar Mike, I mean Mr. Philly Drone Light.
Yes, sir.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Hey, did you see that show? Oh, you didn't see the show. You guys are busy. So I got to tell you something real quick. So I did this little live show last night, right, Lawrence and Herman, and what people don't want to, people don't understand, and I do need to apologize to everybody, and kind of an apology, but I haven't been outside my house in like 10 plus years because of my weight and other issues, right? So I lose the weight, and I figure South Street, the place to be, is going to be the same as I remember it 10 years ago. Well, let me tell you something, guys. It isn't the same place. It's a totally different world out there. So I'm walking down South Street with my Osmo and I'm live streaming and I'm figuring I could go into a store and go to this side of the street and that side of the street. Well, every store I put the pocket on had naked ladies in the window, porno,
Sex shop. Yep.
whips, and I'm like, oh, and here it's Easter Sunday coming up, and I'm like, all right, how do I get it out? Now my mind is going, I'm live, and I'm trying to keep the mouth going and move. Okay, well, all right, no, not this store. Go to the next one. I run across the street, and it's a girl in a redhead, and she's got her boobies sticking out. I'm like, oh no, what do I do? So let me go to I start doing live on the street. The women were wearing all kinds of outfits. It got to the point where I had the pocket over my head and I was trying to get people just from the waist up. Long story short, I couldn't wait to send the drone up in the air so I didn't have to deal with people anymore and I could get out of that environment. So the point is, the next time I go on the street, to all my fans, I will do a little research first.
Where were you?
Where were you? Where were you?
Yeah, I was on South Street in Philadelphia, which is kind of like the place to be in Philly. It's
Used to be.
They have that over there like that?
oh, well, not Herman. It wasn't. They weren't really naked, but close to it. And so they go as close to the edge as they can with outfits and people that dress and walk. I mean, they're the marijuana.
So is this like a little mini New Orleans, or
Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of, but not as wild.
Because here in places like that here in New York used to be called 42nd Street.
Correct. Well, there was a lot of them too.
Hey, what's up, Roosevelt?
Roosevelt's in the house.
Roosevelt.
Hey guys.
What's
Yeah,
up?
Michael got an eyeful out there in Philadelphia. He was stroking out. He was running from one side of the street to the other, and he had his wife was following him in the car, and he kept waving her down the street. No, go further, maybe we'll get out of this. Go further.
Hey, Roosevelt, I saw you went live. Was it last night or when did you go live at night? When was that?
Yeah, last night. It was last night.
Okay. What were your settings on your camera? If you remember. Were you in auto or manual?
Yeah, just everything was on auto.
Okay, try this. Put it in manual, set your ISO to about 400 to start, and crank it all the way up to about 1600 slowly, looking to see what the best picture is. Don't go higher than 1200, but try roughly between 400 and 1200 on your ISO, and open up your shutter as wide as you can. Because you had good lighting, and everything, but where those dark spots were, you could have brought those out.
Okay. Are you talking about these kind of cameras?
No, on his drone, because those cameras are completely different and
I don't know how to do that camera. I just put it on auto.
No, Val. What'd you say, Herman?
They work the same way.
Yeah, they do, but those actual handheld cameras are a lot more sensitive and a lot more finicky. It's much easier with a drone camera. Seriously, you mess with the ISO, you mess with the shutter, you mess with that a little bit.
Yeah.
But those cameras, you have to get it in focus, then you have to mess with the f-stop, then you have to zoom in,
Well,
and
you
then you
got
have to wait for people. Then you have to
for
wait for people to move out of your way.
Right.
all
Right.
the same settings you have on the Phantom 4 Pro.
I don't know. It's easier to take a picture with a Phantom 4 Pro. Shoot and click.
Hey, Roosevelt, what you got there? You got an error, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do some experimenting. Like Novice just gave me some ideas.
Well, those are night settings. Anything above 100 ISO, Roosevelt, from the low light setting just before it starts getting dark until daytime, keep it at 100. But if you're going out
Okay.
and you're trying to shoot at night, bump that ISO, start at 400 ISO, and you have to put it in manual. Just bump that
Okay.
ISO to straight to 400, and you'll see a picture change from day to night there. And then as you go up, I don't know what the exact setting is for the Mavic Air, but when I had my
Well, so
Phantom 4,
that's why I'm starting it up. I'm trying to see what the exact
but
settings
it
are.
won't work in that room with all that light.
Okay.
That's
Well, let
what
me
I'm
just
saying.
turn these lights down.
Yeah,
Okay, well, he just went
one
total
other
dark.
thing, Roosevelt, when you go out at night, somebody showed me this little trick too. Your auto balance, put it in incandescent at night. It's amazing what it does. It gets the sky nice and blue. It really brings the lights. It turns
Yeah, your auto white balance says, you know what,
in it.
Mike, you're right. You can play with it from incandescent and or
Correct.
neon and fluorescent, incandescent and fluorescent. You
Correct.
can play with those two
But you
settings.
wouldn't normally think you're going to do that because I was like, what are you talking about? But what it does is it takes out that red, that boring redness in the lights, and it just pumps them up and makes them white. And it gets the sky from a blur to a blue. It really highlights all the things. At least on the the Phantom 2 Pro
Mike,
does.
Michael, were you flying on auto last night when you were out over the
Yes.
river?
Yeah, all auto. And the only setting I had different was incandescent. I put that on incandescent.
That was fantastic, and you were doing that with the Pro, right?
Yeah.
Mavic Pro.
Sometimes, Paul, if I focused in and I love the picture, I'll take it out of auto and just lock it in on manual. So everything's in focus. I'm already up in the sky. I like my color. I like everything. I switch from auto to manual so it doesn't do that boom 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 boom.
Yeah, it tries to lock in and get that focus on subjects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Michael, you fly both the Zoom and the Pro.
correct.
You can really tell the different night flights between the Zoom and the Pro, right?
Day and night, day and night. Yep, and absolutely grainy. The zooms. Well, where I was at, Paul, it's not so bad because there were so many lights. The ships were lit up and the buildings are lit. So I would have still gotten beautiful footage with the zoom. But still, if I was to put the Pro up right after, you would be like, oh my God. You could actually see in the shadows at night. These guys know because they fly the Phantom 4 Pro. They're getting the same kind of footage.
Right, Val, the same thing applies with your Breeze. Don't be afraid to put it in auto and play around with it. I
Yes.
mean, I don't expect any of you guys to be and listen, hold on. Let me put this disclaimer out there for the whole total of those guys. I am in no way saying you should go out at night and fly, first of all. But if you do it, make sure you're in an open field so you can get some of the best pictures by just going in the open field and going straight up and playing with the settings. Because if you're straight up and well, not straight over you, because you're never supposed to fly straight above you,
Right.
but go up and go out about 100 feet or whatever, just so that you're not directly under your drone, because that's the fastest way drones lose signal. When
Yeah,
the drones go above.
I did not know that.
sunset was at 7:35 yesterday where I was, and I think it wasn't. I think I get a half hour before and after, and I was right at that time. So it started to get dark. I came down. So That was right there.
Okay, yeah, the iOS going to 400 really brightens it up. It's I'm pointing the drone over to the darker part of the room,
Yes,
and
yes. And
it looks really good.
now see, now bump it up to 800 and see how it looks. And you play with it between 400 and 1200. If it's a place that's well lit, you may be able to leave it at 400. Okay. Now, if you're up like Mike flies at his altitudes above the city, you might have to bump it up to 800 or so, or maybe 1200. But I've never gone.
How high does the Phantom go? I mean, because the Air goes to 3200.
Yeah, pretty sure ours goes the same.
They're generically, they all generically stop at 3200. If you have to put it at 3200, you might as well throw sand across the lens because that's what it's going to look like.
Hey guys,
That drone doesn't
Hey,
have
what's up, Elliot?
an
what's up? I just got in.
No, I don't think the Mavic Air doesn't have an aperture. No, it has a digital,
Nah.
Yes, a digital
Wait.
aperture.
So you have a shutter control. So when you're videoing, you're held to the double the frame rate.
Right, you do know that, right, Roosevelt?
Yes, sir.
When you're filming videos, whatever you're filming in, if it's 30 frames per second, you should be at 60 frames per second on the shutter speed.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because Herman
Could
has
I chime in for a second if you don't mind?
sure.
Okay, the tungsten setting, by the way, Philly drone should have been the setting I think that you're talking about. It's the tungsten setting to get that bluish tint at night.
Right.
Right.
You would
And as far as the ISO, the size of the sensor that's on that Mavic Air, you don't want to go more than 1,000. You really don't want to go too high.
I
The
agree.
sensor on that is too damn small, and it'll just be really too noisy.
Hey, I got the sun coming in right on this perfect angle. Now, this is going to be hard because in the midsummer, at summertime, at this time, the sun is coming in here. I could put a hat and shades on. Right now, it's like coming in on that perfect angle, but eventually you'll see me squinting like this to get out of the way.
So, hey, Elliot, what's the difference between the tungsten and the incandescent? I can't read. I didn't turn it. I don't have the
Tungsten is like those mercury vapor lights.
Gas light.
I think the gas lights.
Yeah, gas light. It's
What happens is
because they're so similar. When I switch between them, it looks like the same picture. So I just pick incandescent.
it's a little bit. Actually, you know what it is with the night. You have night pollution gives you like a grayish haze.
You're right.
Over. And that's why if you could get a purplish filter, like a night filter, that would be perfect.
Wow.
They do sell them. I think they're about $30.
Wow, something.
And they do make. Is Justin on here? I don't see Justin. No, Justin's not here today.
Coming about 6, but he actually had to run out and do some.
But
family.
I think he would also testify to it. I mean, I just bought it for my camera, and it's beautiful.
Oh,
So
that really is.
but you are noticing a difference, Roosevelt, right?
Oh yeah, big difference.
In messing with the ISO. So now, if you go out at night, you know the time that you're supposed to sit there and hover to just make sure you have GPS, guys. Well, you use that time to set up your camera. Okay,
Gotcha,
or you
gotcha.
just go up to a predetermined altitude and you adjust your camera because, like I said, if it was the dark area like where you were, you could have bumped up your ISO to about 800, and where there were dark spots,
Seen everything.
that stuff would have popped out even more.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, what's up, Herman? Herman looks like he's falling asleep there. Let's wake him up. All right, hold on. We're gonna do our.
I made a statement, and you know.
Hey Herman, have you gotten your Phantom back yet from DJI?
No, it's been back. It's been back a few days now.
Oh, okay, cool.
How's
So y'all been flying? I really haven't been on YouTube.
No, I didn't get out yet, but DJI seems to take care of me, I guess, after I make noise every time.
Herman sometimes threatens them. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Tom? How are you?
A long way.
Did you
I
test
can
it at
just
all?
I can see Herman threatening someone, just,
I,
hey,
I
you know what, man? Look,
Then
if you don't give
capture,
me my
hi.
drone back, you're gonna end up in the East River with cement blocks on your feet.
well, actually, you know what you do with stuff like that when because the biggest problem everybody complains about DJI customer service. They actually try. They just don't know any.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
They just don't know any better.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I agree.
I've tried talking to some of these guys. Like the other day, I asked the guy's telling me about an invoice that he sent me. And I said to the guy, well, what was the date that the invoice was sent? He goes, well, I'm going to resend it to you. I said, well, what was the date that it was originally sent to me? He goes, well, it should be coming to you within the next 24 hours.
He's not hearing it.
What was the original date that you sent it to me? And he goes, I'm sending it to you now. I'm like, well, no. What was the original date that you sent it to me? He goes, well, you should be getting it in 24 to 48 hours. I said, no. What was the original date you sent it to me? See, they just don't know any better.
So in other words, he was lying.
Pretty much.
Well,
He didn't understand him.
don't know any better.
Right. He didn't understand him, Tony. You would have had to rephrase that whole thing, maybe use 10 different sentences until you got the one that maybe he understood.
It's the only language I speak.
Right. Good.
What's going on, Elliot? And happy Passover to you, sir.
Thank you. Happy Easter, everybody. No, just came back from a Yankee game.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
With Eddie Nunez?
No.
Eddie was out there.
Eddie, not on an Easter Sunday. I'm sure he was probably with his family today. But I had the cheap Jew seats, $3.20, nosebleeds.
Stop it, man. Stop it.
So
Look,
Eddie was, I think, in the bleachers.
Was he really?
Yeah.
today?
Yeah,
was
because he had pictures said it wouldn't be Easter if we weren't here.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
I didn't know.
I didn't know that. I was 100 feet away from him.
Did you get to go to the car show? How was
Yeah,
it?
went on Friday. Friday was really nice. Realized that you can't bring a 70 to 200 lens to something like that. No, doesn't
No?
work.
Well, you're talking Chinese now.
It wouldn't let you in with it, or it doesn't work.
Nah, just you're too close. Everybody's on top of everybody. Went on Friday. It was pretty
Okay.
cool. It was pretty cool. It was nice. BMW wasn't there and Volvo wasn't there. Two
Yeah,
car
right now,
marquees.
you guys that don't know, they're having the New York International Car Show. And for some reason, well, they have it every April. And that's how you know spring is here and the weather's turning, because they have it for this whole week. And then Easter and Passover and everything comes through. And then basketball season's over. Baseball season it's a whole big thing. But
I
it's a
think they're
pretty nice
having
event.
national. Next week is National RV Day or something in Texas.
Okay.
Okay. It's only problem is my jet has a flat.
Hey, Elliot, are you a professional photographer?
Not professional, far from it.
Okay. You make money doing it, or?
What's
I've
up,
made
Dave?
money. I sold a couple of pieces. I sold a couple of pictures. So I guess you could say technically professional.
Correct. Yeah.
But you
But,
just don't see yourself as a professional.
No. It doesn't pay bills.
Right.
What do
Gotcha.
you call
You
yourself?
know,
Dabbler? You dabbler?
I would say so. I would say a
Just
hobbyist.
a hobby person, yeah.
A hobbyist. Yeah,
Okay.
like the way these guys, with the drones, we go out, we fly, we have fun. I go out into New York
Hey, we're professionals, man. We're professionals.
wait a second. Do you get paid for what you're doing?
I get
No,
paid
but I
in
always tell people
smiles.
I'm a pro.
Smile.
Smart.
What did you say, Val? What did
I
I
always
didn't,
tell people I'm a pro.
you know what? You have to tell people that you're professional or they don't respect you.
Yeah.
Plain
right.
and simple. Plain
Well,
and simple.
I could tell them professional. I could tell them that
No,
I'm
no.
a pro. Believe me, I still won't get respect, so it doesn't
What
matter.
happens, but check it out. What actually happens is, what happens is you tell someone, hey, I fly drones, And they go, it's a man who plays with toys. And if you go, hey, I fly drones professionally, they go, oh, you do? What do you do? And then you can go into detail. You know,
Well, most of the time, if I say something, I know when I mention professionally flying drones, they always think, oh, you're part of the military. You fly these, the ones with the one joystick, and you do that. I'm like, no. This is like just photography and stuff.
The category that you want to keep in mind is you say, I'm a commercial drone pilot.
Thank you, Paul.
There you go.
That's it.
And then that takes away the military thing. It takes away all the other categories.
And hit him with the do not disturb.
Hey.
Hey, Night Train.
I like this shirt that they have. You can get it on Amazon. It's got yes, I'm a licensed drone pilot. No, you can't touch it. Yes, it costs a lot of money. And such and such and such and such.
Yeah.
I want to get one of those.
Yeah.
shirts.
Oh my God. The one that says it goes 40 miles an hour. It flies a mile away. It does this. It does that. No, you can't fly it.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, see, being an old retired guy here north of Detroit, I usually end up having drone seminars after I fly every time, because people ask me questions. And the other thing that I do is I carry a business card type thing that has a picture of my drone, my name, telephone number, and on the back where they can go see the videos. And I hand those out by the hundred. And everybody.
Great idea.
Yep.
It's a good idea, Paul.
Hold on, wait. I have
Look at there.
Yes.
Right.
Same thing, Paul. I had the idea. I was like, anytime I go somewhere, it's populated, people want to know stuff. Like, just take a car, go to my channel, look.
What were you saying, Val?
Oh, I was just trying to hold so I could see that. It looks nice.
You know what?
Here's
Paul,
mine.
Here in New York, you got people,
and on the back,
they just want to know why.
That's true.
They just want to know why you fly?
No matter what you tell them,
nice.
The next question is why.
Why?
Paul, you have to talk so they can see it. So they can see it better.
Well, here's what I have on the back of my card. I don't know, Roosevelt, if you have it on the back, but it tells you how to go and see my YouTube channel, and then down here is a guy that I know will take care of them if they want to buy, and I tell them you can get them any place. But what my experience has been over all the years I've been flying since God was created. Once you develop a relationship with somebody, they're going to treat everybody right. You just pass it on, because you don't want to run into those people down the street and they say, "Yeah, I went to that guy you told me to, and he told me to go F myself or whatever."
Hey guys, remember I was saying the sun would be coming down on my face? Well, it's starting to happen. But in the middle of the summer, it's even worse. I could catch a tan here. So I'm going to put some shades on so I can see the freaking computer screen up here like that.
Get 50 people viewing, and he thinks he's a rock star.
No.
Lawrence, those look like those fancy tactical sunglasses.
They are. I call them sniper shades.
Yeah.
They actually are. You can pretty much almost look dead into the sun. They're great for low light. Only problem is, I wish they made these in prescription.
So
Herman, when people ask you why, what is your response usually?
Well, usually after the third why, I start to move away from you.
That's true. That's true.
Because I know that you're not interested in what I'm doing. You just want to know why.
Yeah. That's true.
Well, I think probably, Herman, they're fishing for that. You're watching people that you shouldn't be watching.
I know that.
But Herman, I got a question.
Yes.
Why?
And now you have been muted, Elliot.
See, you know what it is? Lawrence knows. We ran into this lady at the beach, And she
Well, I
asked
hope she's okay.
the question. And then she's like, well, why are you playing with toys?
I would have said, well, why are you so old?
No, here's what you say to them, because I used to do that when I was flying the bigger copters. I said, because they cost more than your car.
That's funny.
And then they say, really? I say, really?
But you know what? It often turns into an educational thing.
Yep.
But for some reason here in New York, the key question is why? Why? And but it's a certain type of individual that always says why, which I won't go into. But you run into these individuals and they want to know why you're standing there, why you're flying the drone, why are you standing in this spot flying the drone and not over there? What are the repercussions of flying it? Don't you know that's illegal? It's a whole big thing. And then after a while, if you start gritting your teeth and talking to yourself, they tend to back away.
You start to sound like Mikey.
Well, I
Yeah.
tell you, the lady over at Calvert Vox, she took off when I told her I was flying. She saw me, my head down in the hood, and she goes, well, can I ask, what is it that you're doing? I said, I'm flying. And I'm walking around with my head down in the hood, holding the controller. And she walks up, she goes, what are you doing? I said, I'm flying. She goes, oh my God, he's flying.
Oh my God, I can only imagine. Like I bet she just backed. She was like, "Holy shit,
Tom,
this guy is."
Tom Lens Capture. He's here in New York with us. His name is Tom, and he says and I have offered to let them shoulder surf to understand what is being captured, which is true. I'm kind of tall, but I will bend down some so you can, like he says, shoulder surf and see that I'm shooting video and or taking pictures.
That's cool until you get cheap to cheat.
What I'm showing you guys now has saved me so much grief and aggravation.
That's by hanging but I agree with you.
Right
I
on.
need to stop being lazy.
In fact, even law enforcement and government employees, they respect tags.
True.
Because
you're right.
One day I was flying down and I'm on the border, okay, shooting those ships. And all of a sudden, the guy I was talking to, he was facing behind me. His eyes got real big. And we were surrounded by police, federal agents, and everybody else. And they had gotten a report of a terrorist flying a drone by the bridge.
I bet, Paul, you shit your pants, didn't you?
No. I turned around and I had my tag on, and their demeanor all just melted away. I handed them all out my cards.
Wow, that must be cool.
When I see them all, they all wave at me, and
you just pulled your badge out. Nothing to see here, boys.
Yeah. No, because when I fly, I just pin it right on my shirt just like that, and so I fly.
Know what? I have to stop playing, Paul, and seriously get that little clip on, because too many times I'm flying and I'm like, I have it in my pocket, so there's no problem to reach in my pocket, but to have it on and shows if they ask any questions, look, bring it up with the authorities or whatever.
And here's the 107 one, for license.
So you hang both yours.
Yeah, put that up. So let's get a screenshot of that.
No, don't do it, Paul. Don't do it. Stop, Paul.
I'm wiggling it.
Right, yeah, keep wiggling it, because then all of a sudden you'll have 8 Paul Marys out there. I'm 107 tomorrow. Somebody somewhere will try a screenshot. Listen, we forgot to mention that Val's Life is coming on immediately after Sunday Nights with those guys. And while we have a full house of people, I mentioned I'm going to do a compilation of everyone saying Sunday Night with those guys. You think we could do it on cue before the show ends?
Absolutely.
Yep. Let's do it.
I'm going to do it real slow. Sunday Nights with those guys is sponsored by
those guys.
Thank you very much.
That might have been the best
guys, I
one
want
yet.
to say something for those guys. That did not sound very enthusiastic. I mean, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but it's like those guys.
Well, I noticed that Paul's a little low on sugar right about now.
Oh, he's so good. Do it again. Be enthusiastic, guys. No?
All right, come on, Val. You do it, and we'll.
You're us on, Val. Yeah, push us, man.
Val, go get the pom poms.
All right, come on, Val. You start it out, and we'll fill in.
Okay, so what do I say?
You say Sunday Nights with Those Guys is sponsored by, and you hesitate for half a second, and you say those guys.
Sunday night, those guys are sponsored by. Okay.
All right, here we go.
Sunday night, sponsored by those guys. Uh-oh. I did wrong.
Okay.
Bye.
You got to do it again. Cut.
Come on.
Okay. Sunday night, those guys are
No,
sponsored.
okay, here it is. Sunday Night is sponsored by those guys.
Sunday night is sponsored by, then
Okay.
we chime in.
Okay. Sunday night is sponsored by.
Those
guys.
There you go. Thank you,
That was
Val.
better,
Every
guys.
now and then, I know you have to come in and bring the female side of things and wake us up like most women do.
Wait. Let me try it here.
Okay.
Let me do it. Yeah. Go like this. Sunday Night with Those Guys is sponsored by.
those guys.
Right.
There you go.
You know,
Always wanted to say it.
everyone that doesn't know Elliot is very special.
Oh,
He's-
thanks a lot. Okay,
he's-
so everyone knows now I drive the short yellow bus. And...
No, stop it. Stop. I didn't mean special in that way. Elliot's a good friend. He's called the drone devourer, but that's another story in
AKA
itself.
drone window washer,
What happened?
AKA drone window washer.
Hey, just a quick note in the chat, live chat. Exploration Obsession said, Paul Murray, I wore that tag last night. 2 haters walked up last night, saw it, and did a quick 180.
There you go.
That's what you do. Yeah, exactly.
So I'm getting the suit now. The yellow vest, the tag,
Yep.
Right.
everything. The hat,
There we
and
go.
the t-shirt underneath.
Metro
Well,
drones.
The other thing you can do, Herman, is if you fly with a visual observer, you could get them a set of those landing lights, and they could bring you in like this, you know.
Those flashlights with the extensions on them.
Exactly. Listen, we got about 15 minutes left. I know, Val, pretty soon you have to go set up for your show. I'd like to thank everyone for coming in on a panel. Mike,
Yes, sir.
I will contact you via text for what we discussed, us coming down there and hanging with you.
Yeah.
I know it's got to be early, so don't worry about that because we're morning people.
There you go.
Okay.
Mike, what's the best time to call you? Because I got your number.
Mike
Right.
is up all hours of the night and day.
No, he's got the rock star status thing going on. You don't finish your phone, Mary. You can't talk to him.
You got to text me first.
I gotta
Okay.
do I got to get in touch with Paul before?
No,
Yeah,
you're sleeping a lot, lady. You may want to just try me for a while.
Yo,
If it-
Mike, but hold on.
Either that, or you can talk to his live assistant there, Sharon,
Yeah,
and she'll
yeah.
help coordinate it.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
9-10 o'clock is the best time. PM or 9-10 o'clock at night.
What did you play, Elliot? I heard something. A soundboard. You tried to slip it in.
Oh man.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Okay.
That's big. Cut it out, guys. Cut it out.
Had to throw one in.
Philly Drone Life, everyone. I appreciate it. If there's anything you want to say, any advertising you want to do, Paul Murray, don't forget, everyone, check out Drone Hub. We're going to have to get to the point here where we're going to have captions go by or something, so we don't have to go through this stuff all the time.
Yep.
But I suggest those tips that we were giving Roosevelt for night exposure. If you have a drone, try it out. Try it out. Even if you're afraid to go higher than 50 feet, if you go above the street lights, you'll notice a difference. Just get away from the street lights at least.
So
Yeah.
guys,
I'll probably try it again tonight, and I might go live with it because I'm probably going to get the sunset tonight since I went to sleep and
Nice.
didn't
That's
get the
what's happening
sunrise this
right
morning.
now.
So
And how many hours are you ahead of us?
Guys,
I
Val
am
was
an
trying to sleep.
hour or two ahead of y'all. What time is it there?
You're
It's
1 hour.
6:44.
Yeah, it's 5:44 here.
Okay, you're just an hour, so you have plenty of time. Because right now I can
Yeah.
look with these shades straight into the sun and see all the clouds. They got great. If I were to go up and get some pictures, but I'm gonna eat dinner when I get the hell
Yeah,
up there.
sunset is at
Lord,
7:44,
Val was trying to
7:41 here. So
Oh yes, Val. Yes, Val. You're getting ready to go.
say goodbye, and if anyone wants to come on my show, just come on over. Let me know you want to have me send you a link. Anyone on the panel, more than happy to have you. I'm
No,
just going
thank
for an hour tonight, and then we're going to raid Centroid's channel because he was going to come on at 7 too, and I said let's just both go. I'll go the first hour, he can go the second hour instead of taking both hours, and then he'll be back to Saturday the following week.
That's cool. That's cool. That Val, we thank you so much for hanging with those guys, being that you're one of those guys slash
Thank you.
gal, and you know you're more than welcome anytime.
Okay. Bye. Bye, Elliot. Bye, Paul.
Take care. Nice meeting you, Val.
Bye,
Bye,
Val. We
Val.
love you, Val.
bye
Those
bye.
guys
See you
love
later,
you.
Val.
They love you.
Lawrence. Now I just have to figure out how to get out.
Hey Val, isn't it great
Hold
to
the
have so
plug.
many men adoring all over, showing so much love?
It is.
I'll see you later.
Bye.
Okay, that's cool. We're all gonna migrate over, I'm assuming. Paul Mary, if you got
Yes, sir.
mileage for being on YouTube, you'd be pretty rich by now. You know that, right?
Well, Andrew at Pusa Studios, he's now christened me as the revival of Dom DeLuise.
Oh
So
wow.
I don't know.
Oh, sorry.
Well, listen, anyone have any stories, anything they want to say before we get out of here? If not, we could end it a little early or we could ride all the way to 7.
So tell me, what happened with the lady, that you said
Who?
was at the beach or something?
Oh,
You guys were
Herman.
talking.
Well,
Herman.
she just really wanted to know. She said she didn't think that we were watching her.
Oh.
But what she did was she wanted to know why was I playing with a toy. That's what her first thing was. And when I explained to her that it wasn't a toy, she then went to say that well, why does he have one if it's not a toy? And I'm like, because he knows how to fly.
I mean, it's not like there was only one drone ever made in the world. Like what? I get very offended at stuff like that. I start to really go off and just be like, well, why are you questioning? First of all, I'm a grown man. I bought this with my money that I earned. Why are you questioning me about what I earned?
Exactly.
Well,
Because she's from New York. That's why.
Well, the
Right,
other thing, you could do is you could say to her, "Yeah, I understand that you don't understand. I get that, but do you go up to the people with the big cameras and ask them why they're playing with a brownie?
True.
Right.
That's true.
Why do you need such a big camera? Why do you need such a big lens? And
Well, I do get that. Believe it or not, I do get that. I have, like we were saying before, about a 70 to 200, which is it's about 10 inches long. It's a big, beefy lens, and you always get people looking at you like, "How far away are you shooting with that?"
No, they look at you, but they don't.
No, they ask.
They're in their apartment.
No.
Hey Mike,
Yes.
are you going live in the morning?
I kind of play that stuff by ear. I look out, I check the clouds, and I just go by ear, really see how I feel.
All right.
Nice
Well,
clouds, and we're going to do something. Yeah.
Michael's got a regular group of watchers that they get up early enough to see if he's gonna. I mean, it's like a game.
Yeah.
Oh, I
And they all
know.
say,
I know.
It's a
and they all say, "I'm the first one here. I'm the first one here."
Get out.
They
Well,
do.
see,
They sit there.
I
They do. They sit there
texted
and wait.
Mikey this morning to see if he was going up to get the sunrise with the rest of the crew, and I
What's up?
I stayed up until literally until Paul's time to go up, and I
And you
missed his
passed
because
out. You passed out.
I did. I stayed up all night long, and then I chatted in because I've got Chris, me, Jim, Dennis, and Paul all in one group chat on Facebook Messenger, and we steadily talking all the time. So I was
Well,
up 4 o'clock. I was like, roll call, who's all up? And everybody started getting up or whatever.
It
Then
is. I see.
my ass, I went to sleep. I missed everything.
well, I do have a concept for a channel, for my channel to bring it to, considering doing the live things and all of that, but also to segue it in with my Instagram account, which is Elliot825, ELLIOT
So you're saying when
825.
you go live, you want to go live on Instagram as well?
No. I'm going to go live on YouTube, and I'll be showing off the shot that I'm going to be trying to get, and you'll be seeing a perspective of me taking the shot, but you would have to go over to Instagram later on
See your
to
work.
see what the shot comes out to look like.
Okay. All right.
You know,
That
something
sounds-
where you go live and describe the area where you're at, what you're trying to do, and what type of shot we're trying to get, and then you say, hey, don't forget, follow me on Instagram to see the shot, what it's going to look like.
Okay, I got you. I got you. Well, it's 6:50, and we're gonna shut down early, only because I got the blind screamers. I'm freaking hungry. I've been
Yeah,
smelling. I've been
I don't know
smelling
how
that freaking brisket.
I don't know, Lawrence, how you stayed on that long with that great food upstairs.
Dude, I'm about to get it in. I'd like to thank you, Elliot, Roosevelt, Paul, Herman, and Mike, Philly Drone Life.
Sure.
Those men wanted to have sex with me.
Again, Elliot. I forgot to load the soundboards, Elliot, because I was rushing as usual. Next week, I'm going to load the soundboard. Let's go out on a couple more, and then I'm going to end the show, guys. What else you got, Elliot? Nothing.
Oh, I got some. Oh, okay. Wait. Here we go. Here you go. Yeah.
Hey, where are the white women at?
See, Elliot, you're gonna
Anyway.
get me banned.
He's got the ghetto sound bar.
It's not ghetto. No, it's not.
Coleman, what's up, man? I'm sorry you missed it. We're about to end the stream, man. We had a great live stream every Sunday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. is Sunday nights with
Those guys.
Those guys.
I just like to thank you guys for popping and everyone that donated to the super Elliot stop. Everyone that donated to the super chat, especially. We appreciate it. Tallman, you got to get here next week. Okay, man? Next week. I still appreciate the love.
Lawrence.
Elliot, I'm going to mute you.
All right, I'm done. I won't do it. I won't. Okay,
Lawrence,
done.
don't forget that those guys are going to be moving also to Wednesday nights as well.
Yes.
Wednesday night, those
Don't
guys.
forget, we're going to have a Wednesday night show.
So it'll be
Yes.
Sunday and Wednesday nights.
Lawrence, I've been trying to figure out for the longest how you get your wall to keep changing sides, because one week your helicopters were on that side, and last week they were on the other.
You know
side.
what? I screwed up.
Now, what's going on now? Is he
I
moving these
screwed up.
helicopters every week? Or?
I was messing around with OBS, and somehow I flipped my picture. Before it used to say 3DR solo up there, right, so you guys could see it. And somehow I flipped the picture playing around. I was going to do some split screen stuff or something, and my OBS is all screwed up. So I'm trying to figure it out. I just haven't been able to.
A big room, and that's the other side of the wall.
It looks good though. I like that background.
Well, those are my children.
Daddy.
Those are my children. You guys have a great evening. Listen, if you're gonna hang out, go over to Val's Life. Her show starts in 7 minutes.
Yep.
All right. Thank you guys in the chat room. Jason.
Thank you, Lawrence. Thank you for having me.
Following Val will be on Centroid's channel. He's going to be going over some of the questions that you need to know in order to pass your 107 license. He's been doing that every week. Yep.
Okay.
Definitely want to check that out. Thanks so much, guys. Let me hit this stop broadcast, and we are out of here.